What's up, guys? CJ Kid 1231 here, back again with another video game review. Last time we did Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. So, following with our Street Fighter series review, today we're going to be doing Hyper Fighting, or as some people may have seen it be titled, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This came out in December of 1992, so a couple of maybe I don't know the exact date, a couple of months after Championship Edition. And there were a lot of changes. First of all, there was a lot of things that happened during the period between Championship Edition and Hyper Fighting. One is a thing called Rainbow Edition, which is essentially, at the time that Championship Edition was out, people from around the world, more so likely in the eastern part of the world, were hacking the game of Championship Edition and making a lot of crazy things possible, such as different color palettes, being able to switch characters during the match by pressing the start button. Ryu, if he does a Shoryuken, covers the whole screen up with like 88 Hadoukens. Sagat having a Tiger Flame, which is basically his Tiger Uppercut, but with a Yoga Flame sprite next to him. A bunch of crazy stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, just a bunch of craziness, and that got a lot of traction from arcade players around the world that were able to run into such a, hacked port, if at all. So, I mean, I'm guessing that Capcom saw this, and they instead of looking at it as a weakness and as a detriment to their actual game, they decided to once again update the game and use it somewhat as a positive. Now you're probably wondering, what am I talking about? Well, this game right here is their response to Rainbow Edition. They just made an update and added their own crazy zaniness to the Street Fighter Championship Edition game, except they managed to take their craziness and balance it out to where it was playable. So, like, for instance, they made the game a whole lot faster, hence the title Hyper Fighting / Turbo. So the speed was turned up, which was looked at as a extremely great positive. And if you see, the colors are extremely different starting out. They're not the same default colors that you had in the World Warrior Championship Edition. And that was another play on, again, what Rainbow Edition did, I think Rainbow Edition, that's what they did. It was a response to that, essentially, where they basically took the colors in Rainbow Edition, and there was like a bunch of weird colors, so they decided to just do that and give them different default colors. So there was that, and they also added some special moves, I believe, as well. So, for example, remember when I told you that Ryu did crazy things in Rainbow Edition? Like, if you do a Shoryuken, there's like 80 Hadoukens. There's nothing crazy like that here, but there is some crazy stuff. Like, for example, now Ryu and Ken could do the Tatsumaki in the air and go, like, vertically. Not vertically, diagonally, straight across. Whereas before, you couldn't even do a Tatsu in the air. Now they could do Tatsus in the air and go straight across, so it gives you great airspace control. Let me see, Dalsum had a teleport. Blanca had a vertical ball that if he goes up, you get attacked coming down. E Honda had a sumo drop that did somewhat the same thing. Chun-Li had a fireball, again, a response to the Rainbow Edition craziness that they gave some characters, like the Tiger Flame thing. They decided to give her a fireball, and since this, in the iteration of the game, she's had it ever since. I mean, a lot of crazy stuff. And one of the good things, one of the positive changes, is that Bison no longer was the OP version that he was previously in Championship Edition. If you remember, we said in that game that the developers made the mistake of letting the boss characters be playable, but with the actual boss damage and all the advantages that the boss characters had in World Warrior. Not similar, not exactly all the advantages, but boss damage advantage, yeah. So, in other words, Bison didn't have his crazy loop. What was it? It was a what was it? Light kick, low punch, medium punch, scissor kick. I think that was like the loop that locked you in, and it was basically a full block string. You couldn't you couldn't get out of block if he hit you with that in Championship Edition. In this game, he's probably the weakest character in the game, whereas in Championship Edition, he was the strongest. So yeah, there's a lot of nerfs, a lot of updates. Again, as every Street Fighter iteration has done. So again, that's pretty much the only difference is like the speed, the game speed. Certain characters got certain updates, certain nerfs. I think Guile's the charge to hold Guile's Sonic Boom and Somersault Kick is a longer hold than it was in Championship Edition, I believe. Again, I'm not like some video game expert or anything like that, so I mean, I'm just going off of what I remember and what I did from the little bit of research that I did. Because, I mean, for Street Fighter games, I really don't have to do that much research. It's only if I haven't played it in a while. So, like for this one, I haven't played it in a while, so I researched real quick, and the rest of the information came to me as I like looked into it more. So, again, I think that I covered everything as far as this game goes. The endings are exactly the same, for all the characters, even the boss characters. But, because of the certain upgrades that certain characters got and the speed upgrade that this game got, it is known around the world as one of the most played. I mean, I don't know if it's played as much as Championship Edition is on like Fightcade or something, because that Championship Edition room is like full, at least from what I remember. But as far as like arcade and online stuff, like if you get the Street Fighter Anniversary collection, this along with Alpha 3, Super Turbo, and Third Strike have online play. So that goes to say a lot about the playability of this game and how much it was cherished and beloved among the fan base. So, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, that's pretty much all that I have to say. So, yeah, faster gameplay, some updated move sets, and different color schemes. So, let's get into it then. Let's get into a playthrough like we always usually do. So, alright, guys, let's get this going. The question is now is who to play as. I don't know if you guys can see. So here's what we're gonna do. To demonstrate what I was talking about, we're gonna go with Ryu. See the air Tatsu? The gameplay is extremely fast. And you see your fireball. And we got her out of there, but as you saw me do the air tatsu, you saw her do the fireball. They didn't have any of this in their previous games or the previous iterations of Street Fighter. Oh God. Trying to control airspace. And we got, I don't know if you guys were able to see all that. But that's pretty much it, guys. So, I mean, there you go. Hopefully you guys were able to see most of that. And if not, then I'll probably try to do this again, but hopefully you did. Anyways, that was Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Very fast gameplay. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We will be back next time for Super Street Fighter 2 with new challengers. And we'll talk about that game whenever I decide to do another video. So again, guys, if you want, you can like and comment. Again, only subscribe if you feel like I've earned it. Subscriptions are earned, not asked for. That's the motto here, okay, guys? So until then, love you, peace, And yeah, till next time.